Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about some tech terms, and I'm going to also give you an opportunity to get a little bit of exercise. So I'm going to go over these different terms. If you've heard the term before, I'm going to ask you to raise your hand up high. If you're not so sure, maybe about here, and if you don't know, then just leave your hand down. I'm going to talk about some terms so you won't look like this guy the next time one of your technicians is talking to you, or maybe a vendor is talking to you about some of these terms. So let's get started. What about the cloud? How many people know about the cloud? Woo, the cloud. Well, the cloud is just a tool that lets us have hardware, software, data out there. It doesn't have to reside locally on our systems. And it's a way for us to leverage that. Working with those vendors, we can save money. We don't have to dedicate resources and time to those, to the infrastructure. We can just use it, pay a little bit for the service. And then we've got the data and the hardware and software. What about 4G? 4G, LTE, sure, we keep hearing that term. It's on commercials all the time. But what exactly is it? Well, 4G, LTE is just a measure. It's just a measure of how quickly will data get to my phone or get to my smart device. How quickly will data get back out to the network? So it's just a measure. It's just a way of knowing how quickly is the data moving. And it's a tool for letting us know if our smartphones or our smart devices are working quickly. What about BYOD? BYOD, no, it's not BYOB. You not bring your own bottle, it's bring your own data. I'm sorry, bring your own device. And BYOD is about those folks that are bringing their iPads and their cell phones and smart devices to your organization and hooking up to your systems. And I'm telling you that IT folks are a little nervous about this because there's some data concerns and security concerns around those devices connecting to the system. What about MyFi? MyFi, MyFi, okay, that's personal Wi-Fi. Sometimes it's a little dongle or it's like a little box that people carry with them. It gives them Wi-Fi or wireless service directly through their cellular carrier and lets other people piggyback on so they can tether or connect to that Wi-Fi access that they've brought with their little box or their little dongle. All right, what about DRM? Digital rights management, right. It's a way to protect your content. So when you produce content electronically, PDFs or videos or music files, and you give it to a customer, you can lock it down and make sure that they don't give it to the next 5 people or the next 50 people or the next 500 people. So you can protect your digital content with DRM. All right, what about RFID? RFID, sure, radio frequency identification. It's just a tool. It's a tool for moving data wirelessly from one point to the other point. It's sort of like barcode reading. You remember barcode readers can go in and read that barcode. Well, RFID can do something similar. There's an RFID reader, but the reader doesn't have to be able to see the code. It actually can pick it up from the tag as long as it's near the RFID tag. What about Metro? Metro, no, it's not the train that we're all going to take home tonight. Metro is actually the name that Microsoft almost gave to this user interface. Microsoft didn't do their research and they almost got in a lawsuit and then they had to let go of it. How about Fram? Fram? Fram is spam that you get from your friends and family. And you can't just throw it away. It's from Aunt Sue. You love Aunt Sue. You can't throw away your Fram. You got to read it. How about virtualization? Virtualization, sure. Virtualization lets me take 10 servers, put it on one machine to the network, to my end users. It looks like I've got 10 servers, but I've only got one machine that I need to maintain. I've got one set of resources that I need to take care of. So it saves me time, saves me money. I can still provide for all my end users without needing a big investment. Now, in addition to some of those terms, there are also some terms that we should just retire. And these are them. If you've got content out there that says something about the information superhighway or the World Wide Web, chuck it. If you've got something called a PDA, you need to chuck that too. So I hope you got a little bit of exercise today, stretched out your arms, learned a few tools. Thank you.